Today, I followed one of those flying things. They eventually break out of the eggheads on their own, often taking 30 minutes or so to wipe the gore off their slimy bodies with their squiggly legs before they take into the air. They've never shown any aggression, or any acknowledgement that I exist. They just flutter away like they've got somewhere to be. And apparently, they do. It was in a Walmart parking lot that I witnessed another hatching. The egghead was stumbling between cars, clawing at its own face, reaching feebly out to passersby like it still thought it could be saved. It hadn't even hit the ground before its featureless face started to crack audibly, pink goop dribbling out like raw yolk. It collapsed against a minivan and slumped limply to the pavement as a big chunk of its scalp popped off with a wet, solid crunch. The thing inside was throbbing, swelling up like a pufferfish to open up what was once a human skull. It throbbed and squirmed its way out of the wretched cranium, looking like nothing so as much as a wet, rubbery horsefly made of chewing gum, or an inverted brain with membranous wings. Its branching limbs writhed like night crawlers, barely supporting its bloated, robust body. The wings trembled, almost cautiously at first, before it took its first blind leap into the air and smacked wetly into the ground. It was a dud. It took another shot of flying before awkwardly bobbing for a few feet before it dropped like a rock with another pitiful wet smack. I laughed pretty hard. When invisible monsters are devouring the human race and nobody seems to care, you tend to take whatever entertainment you can get. It took off again in the same direction, landing itself on the hood of a Jeep. I gotta say, the little guy was determined. That's when it dawned on me. The opportunity I stumbled upon. They always disappear into the sky before I could get a good sense of their direction. But I could easily tell this one on foot. I figured worst case scenario, I'd see nothing new and have to take a bus back into town. As luck would have it, its destination wasn't far. I came close to giving up, waiting for the damn thing to collect itself every 10 to 15 feet. Watch it get plummeted like a bent paper airplane and flounder like a dying fish for minutes at a time. But an hour had passed before I learned its little secret. Half a mile from the crumpled remains of the egghead. A porta potty. Between the magic doors, garish advertisements, mutant snack food, and odd shit I can't even begin to get into, I never stopped to think about the bright blue portable toilets that seemed unusually common as of late. I never needed them, and with the seemingly perpetual road work guzzling our tax dollars for as long as I've lived here, it's not as if they were all that strange of a sight. The grimy plastic door quietly swung open as the brain bug flopped closer. I feigned disinterest, doing my best to pass by as obliviously as everyone else, but snuck a quick glance on the open honeypot. The brain fly, as I decided to step on, was already careening down a long, dark tunnel, stretching as far as the eye could see, all somehow contained in a single, small, portable shithouse. Nothing unusual these days. As I made my way back to my car and drove the rest of the way home, one thought persisted. I had to know. Reality was unraveling around me. Former neighbors were fighting in streets for rancid mouthfuls of fish guts. Giant hamburgers were lighting up the night sky on neon signs that dwarfed entire buildings. Things were eating people from inside out. And all I wanted was an answer. Even a hint. Any lead I could find. I didn't suspect there was anything I could do. And any day now I could wake up another deluded zombie, another gluttonous slave to their deep-fried maggots, and pickled eyeballs. They could grind me up and serve me at the buffets for all I cared. I just had to know where that damn tunnel went. Where the brain-eating bastards were really going. I laid awake that night. My mind racing with images of alien motherships, parallel realities, and subterranean cities. Tomorrow, I'm going in. Either I die knowing that one more piece of the puzzle, or I somehow kick their goo little asses. Who's to say they'll even be prepared for an intruder if they think they got us all fooled? I don't expect to be some kind of hero. So far, I'm the only one I know who has even a shot at trying.